so sorry about that. But yeah.
What the silence you got a license?
Sorry, I'm inflicting here. No, we give each other shit all the time. So, I've just a little bit of history about me. So, I'm Warren, ZL2AJ. In the amateur world, we tend to often know each other by call signs and then first name second, just because that's sort of what sticks. I've been in this hobby since 1993, when I was still at school. So that will give you a bit of an idea of how old I am, if you can do the maths. And I've enjoyed this hobby for all of that time. It's one of those things that once you've got it, it rolls with you for life, and it can help you do a lot of the things that, you know, it's almost a license to tinker. Right? And so, you know, some of us like, you know, fiddling with stuff and experimenting with stuff, and I wonder what happens if type things. And it almost gives you a license to do that. So yes, it's a license to communicate, but it's actually a license to do a whole pile more stuff. Now, the session we're going to run through this weekend is going to go at pace. I've got to get you through what's called the HAM syllabus in under 2 days, because I've got to leave a little bit of time at the end to actually examine you for it. The HAM syllabus, Harmonised Amateur Radio, something, I can't remember, is basically the international syllabus that's been set by the World Radio Convention in Geneva. That is how we assess people to have access to amateur radio. Now, in some countries they have multi-tiered licenses, so if you jump on some of the Facebook groups you might see that in America they've got a technician class, a general class and an advanced class. In Australia they've got a foundation class, a standard class and an advanced class. Here we have one, and it is the equivalent of the advanced class. There's been some discussion on whether we should reintroduce a lower level license, and to some extent these Hamcrams, or these classes that we do here, are almost the antithesis for that, because we've said, well, we can get most people through the full license in the space of a weekend. Why do we need another class for? Right? But the beauty of that is because it's a HAREC license, you can take your call sign, your license overseas and operate in other countries. With the lower level licenses, you can't do that, you're stuck to New Zealand. You're also limited to what you can do and where you can do it. So the only limitations that will apply to you for your guys' license will be the 5 to 25 megahertz bit, 3 months, 50 contacts, right? And we've even gone back to the government, we're asking them, hey, look, can we loosen that up a wee bit? Because in my personal view, making 50 contacts in 3 months does not demonstrate competency, and there are other ways to do that, far better ways. But unfortunately, we've got a time poor regulator at the moment where they've had staffing cutbacks, and so when little old amateur radio turns up and asks for things in amongst, you know, broadcasters and commercial radio people and all the rest of it, we tend to sort of get down to the bottom of the shelf a wee bit. So we'll race through this. Tomorrow afternoon there's an exam. Now we call it an exam, but it's a multi-choice 60 question, right? So all the answers are there in front of you. And the goal is to get 40 of them right. Right? So out of the 60 you need to get 40 right. Once you've done that, you've got a license. And after that, 40, 41, 59, 60, doesn't matter. Right? Once you've passed, you've passed. Right? And I know people I talk to today that have got 60 out of 60. I know